Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The DTC P0461 pertains to a performance issue in the fuel level sensor, or fuel gauge sending unit in the Honda Accord models from 2017 to 2023. This component is responsible for measuring the amount of fuel in the fuel tank and sending that information to the vehicle's fuel gauge on the dashboard. A malfunction in this sensor can lead to inaccurate readings of fuel levels, potentially leaving the driver unaware of an actual empty tank. Troubleshooting this code requires understanding that driving the vehicle for 124 miles or 200 kilometers is essential to complete the diagnostic process. This driving requirement can make it difficult to replicate the error while performing tests. Hence, a systematic approach is crucial, focusing on the sensor and its connections to ensure reliable diagnostics. The fuel level sensor, also known as the fuel gauge sending unit, plays a critical role in monitoring the fuel level within the tank. It is generally located within the fuel tank, often attached to the fuel pump assembly. Its main responsibility is to convert the physical level of fuel into an electrical signal that is sent to the vehicle's onboard computer and subsequently to the fuel gauge on the dashboard. If the sensor's performance is compromised, it may not provide accurate data, resulting in either overestimating or underestimating the fuel remaining in the tank. This can lead to a misinformed driving experience, where the driver may run out of fuel unexpectedly or not trust the fuel readings displayed. It's important to ensure that this equipment is functioning properly to maintain the vehicle's operational safety and efficiency. A few potential causes of DTC P0461 include a faulty fuel gauge sending unit, poor electrical connections, and loose terminals. A defective fuel gauge sending unit may not provide accurate resistance readings, leading to errant fuel level indications. The connections, specifically between the sending unit and the gauge control module, can fail due to corrosion or damage, impacting the electrical signal's strength and clarity. Additionally, loose terminals can create intermittency in the voltage readings sent to the dashboard, resulting in fluctuating or inaccurate readings. It is crucial to examine these potential causes meticulously to ensure the correct functioning of the fuel gauge system and to address any issues detected during diagnostics. Symptoms of DTC P0461 typically include inaccurate fuel gauge readings and rapid fluctuations on the fuel level indicator. Drivers may notice that the gauge shows full when it's nearly empty or drops suddenly despite not replenishing the fuel. Such discrepancies in readings could lead to confusion, resulting in unexpected engine stalling when the vehicle runs out of fuel due to an inaccurate fuel level indicator. Additionally, if the sending unit operates intermittently, the driver may experience inconsistent behavior of the fuel gauge, impacting day-to-day driving reliability. Recognizing these symptoms early is vital for preventing breakdowns and ensuring a trustworthy driving experience. The first troubleshooting step for DTC P0461 involves testing the fuel gauge sending unit to assess its operational performance. This assessment will involve using a multimeter to gauge the resistance offered by the sending unit at various fuel levels. It's essential to verify whether the sending unit returns expected resistance readings according to the Honda specifications provided in the service manual. If the test shows that the fuel gauge sending unit is functioning correctly, it may require further inspection of connections and wires leading to the gauge control module. This step will determine if the gauge sending unit is the root cause of the DTC or if further investigation is warranted in other components. A successful diagnosis at this stage could resolve the issue, but any irregularities in the readings will necessitate replacement or repair of the faulty component. In the second troubleshooting step, you will need to check for poor connections and loose terminals at the fuel gauge sending unit and the gauge control module. First, disconnect the wiring harness and inspect the terminals for any signs of corrosion, debris, or physical damage that might interrupt the electrical flow. Cleaning any corrosion and securing loose terminals will ensure that the necessary signals can be communicated effectively. Often, a poor connection can cause erratic fuel gauge behavior, leading to unusual DTC readings. This step is critical, as many electrical communication issues stem from neglected terminals, and ensuring robust connections can often rectify the DTC P0461 without requiring a full unit replacement. After completing repairs and modifications to the fuel gauge sending unit or its connections, the final repair verification step includes a thorough recheck of the fuel gauge functionality. This entails monitoring the gauge while varying the fuel levels in the tank to confirm that the readings correspond accurately to the fuel amount present. Conducting this test should reflect consistent and reliable changes on the gauge without erratic fluctuations or failures to read. If the gauge accurately displays the fuel level throughout testing, it indicates that the repairs have been successful in addressing the DTC P0461. It's vital to ensure that you also document any repairs made, as this information will be crucial for future troubleshooting if similar issues arise again. Preventive maintenance for the fuel level sensor circuit is essential to avoid recurrence of DTC P0461 or related problems in the future. Regular inspections of the terminals connected to the fuel gauge sending unit can help identify any upcoming issues before they manifest as error codes. Keeping both the connectors and the wiring clean is important, as environmental factors can lead to corrosion over time, impacting the electrical connectivity and performance of the gauge. Ensuring that all connections are secure helps to maintain the integrity of the electrical signals transmitted. Conducting these maintenance activities periodically can enhance the longevity and accuracy of the fuel gauge system, ultimately leading to better fuel management and driving confidence. In conclusion, DTC P0461 illustrates a performance problem associated with the fuel level sensor in Honda Accord models from 2017 to 2023. Understanding both the cause of the DTC and the potential symptoms it presents is critical for any driver experiencing fuel gauge discrepancies. A systematic approach, including testing the sending unit and checking connections, can help mitigate the issue effectively. Maintaining regular inspections and cleaning of electrical connections is another proactive step in preventing this problem from recurring. By following these guidelines, vehicle owners can ensure accurate fuel readings and enhance the overall reliability and safety of their Honda Accord. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.